Okay, good morning class. At this point we're busy with volume and surface area, correct? We're busy on exercise 16.2. No? Should be wrapping this exercise up today. It's on page 367. Number 4 we have to do, no? Right. The question says determine the relationship between the volume of the right circular cylinder and the volume of a hemisphere which have the same base and height of the cylinder. Of the cylinder is the same as the radius of the. Okay, so this determine the relationship between the volume of the right circular cylinder and the volume of the hemisphere which has the same base and the height of the cylinder is the same as the radius of the hemisphere. So in other words, basically what we have here is a cylinder and a hemisphere. Okay? So the volume of the cylinder to compute the volume of the hemisphere. It has the same base. So the base is the same, so the base of that and this here is the same. Same base, and the height of the cylinder is the same as the radius of the hemisphere. So that and that leads the same. So if you look at the volume of a cylinder, it's going to be area of base, which is pi r squared, times the height of this piece. Not so? Whilst the volume of the hemisphere is going to be 2 over 3 pi r cubed. Not so? You all agree with that? No? Right. So here we are told that the height of the cylinder is the same as the radius of, is the same height as the hemisphere. Not so? Is that what he said, no? Or my understanding is wrong? We are told that we have the same height, and the height of the cylinder is the same as the radius of the hemisphere. In other words, no? So H is the same as R. Why? Because the radiuses in both are the same, or the radii. So I'm going to then replace H with R. So that's just going to be pi r cubed for the volume of the cylinder, and this remains as 2 over 3 pi cubed as well. So if we do the comparison, we say that the volume of the cylinder to the volume of the hemisphere is pi r cubed is to 2 over 3 pi r cubed. So I can divide both sides by pi r cubed. Okay, so that's 1 is to 2/3. Okay, or you can say 3 is 2. Or we can say multiply by 3, so 3 is to 2. What's the answer there? None of you managed to get this answer. Just check if the answer is right before we move on. Three over 2. Yeah. So the volume of the cone of the cylinder is to the volume of the hemisphere is 3 is to 2, or 1 is to 2/3 is the same. Okay. We can say 3 VCs to 2 in vice versa. Okay. Let's look at number 5. Is there number 5? Huh?
Yes.
Yes. So we'll move on. Number 5, the last one. Number 5. Now we can multiply one or more dimensions by a k factor. Consider a right rectangular prism with dimensions L, B, and H. And say the volume is equal to L times B times H. Right, write down your heading. Heading for today. Okay. So consider the rectangular prism with dimensions L, B, and H. We know the volume is going to be length times breadth times height. We're reading from page. For the first example is on page. Sorry? The example. So we're on page 370. Okay. Here we are told if we now multiply one of the dimensions by 2, for example, 2L. Okay, so we're taking one of the lengths and multiplying it by 2. Then, the volume of this piece now is going to be 2 length times breadth times height, which is 2 length times breadth times height. So what does that mean? By taking one length and doubling it, what does that do to the volume? Doubles the volume. Not so. What if I had taken that same, instead of going with that one dimension and multiplied by 3, what would the volume then have been? 3 times its volume. Not so. Why? Because it would be volume which is 3 length times breadth times height, which is 3 length times breadth times height. And that is your initial volume, so it's going to be 3 times that volume. That's why there could be one there, because that B1 and that B is different B's. You guys understand? So, what do you think if I put 8 there? Then the volume of the new piece would be 8 times the initial volume. You guys understand? So let's take this out. Sorry? Jordan, are you okay? You just want to tell her what you've just learned? Or what are you asking her? Sorry? Clarity. Like us, don't be shy. Yeah. Because this inside this bracket is the B. Yeah. Where do we get that? From there. Alright. I thought you wanted to teach now what you've learned. No, not this time. Okay. So note that the same thing will happen no matter which of the dimensions are doubled. So if you had taken and doubled the height, it would still be twice the volume. If you had doubled the base only, then it would have been still twice the volume of the initial piece. Do you guys understand? Then we are told if any of the two dimensions are multiplied by 2, for example, you got the length that remains the same, but you double the height and you double the breadth. What's going to happen here now? So it's going to be 2 breadth times 2 height. So that length times breadth times height is your volume again. So it's going to be 2 squared or 4. Can you see that? What would happen if I tripled this height and tripled the base? Then the volume would be length times breadth times height, not the base, the breadth. So the length remains L, the breadth is 3b, the height is 3h, which is 9lbh, which is 9 times the original volume. And 9 can be written as 3 squared. Not so? What do you think? What would it be by take 5 times, by gone with 5 h and 5 b? What would this have been now? Huh? 5 squared b. Not so? What if I said 8 h and 8 b? What would this be? 8 squared b. Can you see that? What if I said 10 h and 10 b? What would this have been? 10 squared b. Then let's go one step further. What if I said KH and KB? What would this have been? K squared B. So whatever the K factor is, whatever we increasing the length by, if it's going to be both sides, it's going to be K squared. You guys understand? But if you only do one side, it will just be KB. Okay, you guys understand? So let's see here. If all 3 dimensions are multiplied by 2, all 3 dimensions multiplied by 2, so V1 is equal to V1 is equal to 2H times 2L times 2B, which is 8HLB, and that is what? Volume. So it's 8 times the volume, which is the same as 2 cubed V. Can you see that? Instead of going with 2, I could have said 3H, 3L, 3B. What would this have been? V1 is equal to 3 cubed V. Not so? What if we had said this was 10, 11H, 11L, 11B? That would be 11 cubed V. Not so? What would that have been? KH, KL, KB. That volume would simply be K cubed. So the volume will be multiplied by its K factor cubed if all 3 sides were enlarged by that K factor. Okay, you guys understand? Shh. Right, you guys understand? Right. So we are reading, if you multiply the 3 dimensions are multiplied, if all 3 dimensions are multiplied by 2, then V cubed, or V3, sorry, the third volume is going to be 2 cubed V. We will now investigate the effort of multiplying 1 or more dimensions of shapes you have studied by factor K. So in the 16.3, sorry? It's 371. Big. Exercise 16.3. The dimensions of a rectangle A are L and B. Write down the area of the rectangle A in terms of L and B. So what would that be? Area is equal to length times the size of the rectangle A are each multiplied by 3 to obtain rectangle B. Determine the area of rectangle B in terms of L and B. What would that be? If each side is multiplied by 3. So the area is going to be equal to 3L times 3B, which is 3 squared B. Not so? Right. C. Calculate the area of rectangle B. This is now B, to form B, and that's it. The area of rectangle B is 3 squared B over rectangle A. This is, I'm shorting the L in there. It's going to be LB, which is 3 squared. You all agree with that? You're confused? Who's confused? Who understands what we're doing? Okay, let's stop here. Okay, we're going to do this together. Okay. Write in your books, exercise 16.3, page 371, number 1. Okay, so the dimensions of a rectangle A are L and B. What are dimensions? No. Lengths. Dimensions of the length. The length given. The measurement tool. So you've got the rectangle. So the dimensions, the measurement of the sides. Okay. So L and B. Write down the area of rectangle. How do you work out the area of a rectangle? Length times breadth. So the area of a rectangle A, so I put a little A there. So I know that this is the area of a rectangle A. Okay. So what if I put the AC there? The area of rectangle C. That's what it means. Okay. We got A. So the area of a rectangle A in terms of L and B. So what will it be? Length times breadth, which is LB. Now you do B for me quickly, okay? You do B. Okay, so the sides of the rectangle A are each multiplied by 3. So if I multiply L by 3, now you see that's rectangle A. No? To obtain new rectangle B with a different rectangle. So if I multiply this dimension of that length by 3, what do I get? 3L and 3B. So what is the area of rectangle B? 3L times 3B, which is 3 squared B. Or you could have written 9B. 9BL. So LB, BL is the same. Not the O, it's the L. No? Okay, so what do you want to say here on it? You want to say 9? Yes, you can say 9, no problem. No? Now it says in C, calculate the area of the rectangle B over the area of rectangle A. So the area of rectangle B over the area of rectangle A. Right, do your thing there quickly. Alright, so what do this give us? 3 squared LB over LB, which is 3 squared. Okay, let's look at D. The sides of rectangle A are each multiplied by K. So here we got again A, L and B, to form a rectangle C. So if I multiply this by K, this will be KL and KB. So what would the rectangle be now? The area of C would be KB times KL. Not so? Which will be equal to K squared LB. You all agree with that? Any confusion here? No? Now you do E for me. Either want you to work out the area of rectangle C over rectangle A. So this would be K squared LB over LB, which is? Okay. Just bring this over a bit. Okay. People, any confusion? Nothing yet. Until it's in the test. No? Exactly the same story in the test. Different response. No? Like, I never ever told you these things before. People, this number 2. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to give you a chance to answer this question quickly. And then we will get back. Okay, can you guys do that quickly?